I've decided that I want to steal every idea this dude had to be a great human being. So, yeah, I guess I'm redoing it. So we're gonna start with weapon enchanting, for number one. I've actually recorded this twice now, so this is my third time. I should be pretty decent at explaining it. Since I'm currently permabanned, don't exactly have a good way to demonstrate this, so I've made my own. Yeah, so in order to get started enchanting weapons, you're going to want to become the weapon modifier job. Yeah, that's not how you spell weapon modifier, but who cares? Yeah, it looks like a white and red robot, and you're going to want to become that dude from the F4 menu. Yeah, so once you become that man, you're going to go to your F4 menu once again. In your entities area, you will find the weapon forge. That right there, how you enchant your guns. So you're going to want to spawn one of those in. And in order to enchant your guns, what you're going to need is a good source of chems. I recommend flying around the map and collecting them. It's honestly just a lot better for your money, if that's what you're tight on. If you're worried about money, definitely recommend flying around and looking for chem hoses. If that's not your thing, there's a couple other ways to get filled chem barrels. You cannot fly around the map. That's a great suggestion if you don't have jetpacks. Or you can do your quests. Quests are also in your F4 menu. I know a lot of people forget about them, or at least I do. But yeah, so a lot of those rewards are going to end up being chem tokens, especially if you have your quests maxed out on your sugar shop. So yeah, so you can get chem tokens, you can fly around the map, do chem hoses. Another way to get them, even though it seems kind of dumb, is by farming processors. You can get filled chem barrel shipments from processors as well. I don't exactly know how the auction thing works yet, so now that I'm thinking about it, the third time I'm remaking this, I'm sure there is something there, if that's how it works. I don't really know a whole lot about it. Yeah, probably the last option to getting filled chem barrels is to just become king, and he has a little tool you can spawn hoses down and farm those. But yeah, so that's the first thing you need. You also need just a little bit of money every time you enchant a weapon. I'm not sure how much it is. It's either like 5 or 4,000, maybe 7. I'm not sure. I know it's different with gang levels and whatnot, but yeah, so you need filled chems. Then you need moolah, and then you also are going to need blood. There's a couple ways you can get it. You can buy it, of course. That's another way to get chems. I almost forgot. You can buy chems too, obviously. Yeah, so you can buy blood, or you can have a blood slave, which is my personal favorite. Yeah, so if you're a weapon modifier job, you spawn in with the blood extractor. You can just left click on a friend or whatever, or just a random person, piss them off, get killed. I prefer extracting friends though. So yeah, it drops little pouches of blood, and you can go ahead and inventory those. Yeah, so that's how you get blood that way, or you can also just use it on yourself by right clicking. That's cool. It drops 3 blood from yourself. It also drops your health down to 1. For your buddies, I think it does like 15 damage, and it'll drop you 2. You don't necessarily need to be a weapon modifier to get this item, the blood extractor. You can also use !unbox. You can waste a bunch of money on getting crates and whatnot. You'll eventually get lucky and you'll be able to get an inventoriable one. So let's say you're in a base. Oh no, weapon modifier job is full, but your homie over there, he is one of those hot robots, and fortunately you can spawn in 2 of these as a weapon modifier. So your homie can use this one, and you can use this one, and you can pull out your blood extractor and get blood from him. So those are your options for getting all those things I mentioned. For money, there's 2 really good ways of getting. Actually, there's a lot more than 2 really good ways of getting money. One is better than the other, and that's the one I'm about to say. So if you're a female, you can just honestly just talk in game, use your mic, and you'll just get stuff thrown at you. That's a pretty good option. If you're a dude, unfortunately, you're just like the rest of us. You're gonna have to, get that shit yourself. No one's gonna hand you a cookie unless you got a female voice. But yeah, so those are your options for whatever I just said. I honestly forgot what I was talking about for a minute. But yeah, so that's how you enchant like regular. There's 4 rarities. You got commons, which don't have perks. They essentially just rename the weapon to something dumb like sharp dick. You know, stupid shit like that. You got rare, a slight increase in stats. Common is just renames, by the way. I don't know if I said that. For epics, you get stat increases. I think on 2 or 3, and you also get that's the lowest rarity you'll see. You know, enchanted gun perks on. So, like non-lethal is probably the best one. So if you get really any non-lethal guns, as long as it's not a shit gun, you'll probably want to keep that. There's a couple other good ones. I'm not really going to go too far into it. I'll let you guys figure that out for yourself. If you're watching this video, you probably don't know. Or you're just bored. You're probably bored. But, yeah, after that, there comes legendaries, which are currently shit. Don't use them for the most part. Your main source of good legendaries are going to be other players because no one likes using a shit legendary. You're also able to get them from tier 3s, just pre-nerf legendaries. And pre-nerf is just before they were made shit by people complaining about them. You know, complaining about something that's supposed to be good. If you're using an automatic gun, a .05 fire rate is on the money. That's really fast. Yeah. Just a few things I thought I would mention. After watching that, I realized I left out a few really important bits. So, you know, to actually enchant your gun, you're going to need to drop it from your inventory. If you want to press C, right click on it, and then click drop item. You can also just have a gun out and then type in /drop. That works just as well. Yeah, and then you just want to grab gun it into this. You know, drag all your other shit in, chems, blood, dump some money into that bitch, and then it'll, you know, it'll enchant it. And then if you want to re-enchant your gun after the fact, you're going to need a level perk, I believe. I might be mistaken. I'm sure if I'm wrong, everyone's going to let me know, so there's that. You should be able to just read and figure that out for yourselves. Yeah, there's a level perk that allows you to re-enchant guns, I'm pretty sure. You may or may not need that. But yeah, no, so after it's done enchanting, you're going to see an enchanted weapon floating here. In order to use this, you can either press E on it and pick it up and use it. You can also grab gun it and hold your gun off of the weapon forge. And then you can also just walk up to it with your inventory tool, left click on it, and inventory that bitch. So yeah, you can do that. If you want to re-enchant your gun, which you're going to be doing a lot most likely, is you just want to take it off, you know, leave it for a second and put it back on. You can't put it on immediately, unfortunately. There's like a 1 or 2 second cooldown. Don't ask me why that exists, I don't know. But yeah, so there's a little bit of a cooldown on re-enchanting your guns. Anything past the rarity of epic, once you enchant it, it's going to force you to inventory pick up it, you know. So like I explained, left click with inventory pickup, and then you can drop it out of there again. I'm honestly really glad that's a thing, but it kind of catches me off guard sometimes. But yeah, I figured you guys should probably know how to actually enchant the gun, other than just the things you need to do that. So there you go. See ya.